What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop, and today we're going to be doing some heavy turning. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around for the video. So we got this billet here. It's 4130, so I'm assuming that it's very similar to 4140, but I'm sure you'll correct me in the comments. All right, and it's about 97 pounds or 44 kilos. We're going to get this chucked up in the American lathe and turn it down. All right, over here at the Arbor Press swing arm, I got the piece set on here just to kind of show you what we're going for here. So originally there was a part that is missing that went and slid into this swing arm and kind of reduced this area here. And the reason you want to do that is because if you just set your part on here, whether it's a daisy wheel or pressure plates, you don't really have enough meat on the sides. So this reducer part moved that side clearance in so you have a little bit more strength. So we'll call it an intermediate plate. So we're going to take this and turn it into an intermediate plate by turning down the edge so we have a lip so that it will fit inside of this U inside of here. And then we'll have a daisy wheel sitting on top of this. So if we want to turn or press something small, we can use the daisy wheel on top of this. Something a little larger, we can just use the smaller opening of this intermediate plate, and then obviously press something large, we can remove this and just use the natural swing arm. So we're going to get this over to the lathe and get it turned and go from there. Got my eye in there for lifting, but I realize it's probably easier just to get it in there by hand. Look at that, not too bad. Go. We're just trying to get it cleaned up. Slow, okay, that's fine. Starting slow. Let's go to AD. Better. We're looking for gold over here. There we go. A healthy cut, very healthy cut. All right, we're gonna do 350. Just try that out, see how it does. $400 off the D here. All right, 400 was good. Let's see what 450's like. I know this is a little bit overkill, but we're seeing. Wow, very impressed. We got 508 thousandths on the dial according to the digital readout, and we'll see what we got. The insert is practically buried in my opinion. Let's see. 500,000. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 500 thousandths with the 432 CNMG. I have no idea what insert that is, but I would say I'm very happy. Holds up really well. Yeah, I feel a lot better going back to 300 now, if you know what I mean. Very, very impressive. This old machine, 30, 40 years old, still got it. All right, we'll just come in here and chamfer this. Nothing too crazy. Nice heavy chamfer. Everyone loves a heavy chamfer, right? That's it. There we go. Nice little cut. Good chip action. Little stringy, but I'm not taking that deep of a cut, so it doesn't matter. Just clean it up. We don't need to clean up that one spot, but we want to clean up everything else. All the way across. Well, so far it's looking really nice. There we go. That looks great. Looks like we got a decent grind. Probably be a little easier to push through had I piloted it. And I might. Oh yeah. Now we're working. $200,000. like a heavy chamfer. All right, we got our part chucked up here in the saw over at the Hydemech S20. Got a piece of copper in front here just to kind of help with the face. And then we got our lines drawn out. I got the blade back a good 1/8 from the line so we can clean that up later on the milling machine. And we're gonna go ahead and make these 2 cuts and then take out that middle piece. So let's get started. Well guys, I'm real excited for the next part. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. I've always wanted a horizontal mill. I have one. I restored it, got it running, and I've been wanting to run a slab mill for a really long time. So we have a beautiful slab mill here. We have a beautiful part that we're making on a beautiful machine. And we're gonna be using flood coolant and getting some nice heavy cuts, and hopefully they turn out really nice. So let's get you in closer and let's get this part finished out. Here's a better look at the slab mill we're gonna be running. It's about 4 inches in diameter. It seems to be nice and sharp. Kind of looks like they were using it on aluminum before. We are gonna use flood coolant so that way we can try to keep the condition of this cutter in good shape. And ideally you'd probably be slabbing a piece in the other direction, but I think it'll work well for this. We got everything tightened up. We have oil in here, oiled the saddle, and we're gonna make sure the gibs are tight, and we're gonna make sure we're making a conventional milling cut instead of a climb cut. So we're gonna start in this face over here and feed the part up, all right? So let's get the machine powered up. And I'm gonna touch off without using coolant first, and we'll go from there. We are running 165 RPMs. All right guys, we're back. We got the slab mill changed out. It wasn't working too well. I think the way the cutter's ground, it just wasn't gonna work. The setup was more rigid and it still wasn't working very well. So we have the one and only long end mill that I have. I don't have a lot of faith in it because it's high-speed steel, but we got it smothered in cutting fluid and we're gonna see if we can clean this up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put the project on hold and order a large, expensive carbide end mill. That's the only thing I can think of. So let's get cutting and see how we do. All right guys, a little bit of an update. This is working very well. We got some nice chips here. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. A little noisier in the bottom section where it's doing more contact. Once it gets up here, no problem at all. 1/8 inch depth of cut. Now that we got this side mostly hogged out like the other side, we'll come in here, 60 thousandths or something and get it cleaned up. Very happy with how this is turning out. The coolant's working great. It's keeping the bed lubricated, keeping the smoke down, and overall, I'm very happy with how this is turning out. All right, we got the pressure plate on here on the swing arm. Everything looks great. The only thing that I'm noticing here is this kind of sticks out. It's not really the end of the world, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and just square it off, make it look a little nicer, and then we should be golden. Oh, there we go. That looks a lot nicer with the flat front. Now we're done. All right, guys, I am super happy with how this turned out. We took it out of the K&T mill, brought it over to the bench, got these chamfers filed on it, and we used some emery cloth to clean up the cut lines on the inside, and it turned out really well. It was a great learning experience. We had some issues over on the K&T mill due to using the wrong cutter and most likely the wrong grind. But overall, once we switched that out, we were able to get everything dialed in, and I'm really happy with the result. It's really overkill. There's no need for it to be this nice for a pressure plate. But hey, we wanted to see what we can do to make sure every level of the restoration is at a high quality. So we're gonna get this set over on the swing arm table, and then we'll get on to the next step, which is working on that daisy wheel and the handle, and then get to reassembly. So if you liked the video, comment down below, and we will see you in the next one.